Hello, and welcome to Dragonflower Gardens. I want to thank all my returning subs. You guys are awesome. And if you're new here, welcome. We talk about gardening, seed saving, food preservation, bushcraft, medicinal herbs and plants, spiritual and physical health, and agricultural news that affects you. So if that's what you're into, make sure you're subscribed. So we have been covering how the United States has progressed through the monetary system, and recently we just covered FedNow. So I'm not a financial advisor. I am not This is not my expertise at all. Financial stuff is not my expertise. I just happen to understand how money works and how it needs to be used as a tool in our society. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave you a link. I just think it's really important that we understand what's going on. All right, let's get into it today. Today, we're going to go ahead and take a look at replanting some garlic bulbs. When you miss one in the garden and it starts again next year, it will separate into all different cloves. So you can unbury this and separate them. And then you will have multiple pieces of garlic you can put into the ground that will grow a totally different clove. Now this will work if you have one on your counter that's starting to grow, or anything that looks like it's starting to germinate right now. You all got potatoes in your cupboard that might be germinating, starting to grow eyes and little tiny, roots out. Now's a good time to start thinking about that. Let's get those out of there and into the ground, because they need to grow new ones, and we ought to let it do what it needs to do, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this garlic. We got garlic! Yay! One of the first things I put out early spring is garlic and onion sets. And it seems to me that these are doing very well. You get right down here. Let's turn a little bit. You can see there is a cluster right here. This is a cluster of garlic. There's more than one plant coming out of there at a time. Looks like we have 3 of them, which means we're early enough in the season that we can go ahead, pull these up, and separate them into individual garlics, which will then grow a full clove. Very exciting. What happened? Why is it like that? Turns out I missed one when I was pulling them up the first time. All right, so what we have right here, this is garlic. I can tell by its stems. I can also smell it. Oh yeah, that's garlic for sure. The good old smell test works every time. Now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to take my shovel, my little spade here, and go down as far as I can get yet. So I'm going underneath the bulbs here. I'm just going to pop that right up. Now this is a bulb that I had forgot to pull in the fall. So when spring came, it separated and made each one its own. So we just gently pull away some of that dirt. And this should come off real easy, like just gently pull away. Okay, so we'll be able to separate these. Gently. Whoop, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Just gently separate their roots. 4. 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starts that we can go ahead and put in our garlic patch over here. And that's all because we left one in the ground and it sprouted up again. So garlic you can do in the fall and in the spring. So you can get a double harvest depending on what zone you're in. I missed one and sure enough popped right up. Let's go get these in the ground. So here we are in the garlic patch, and we pulled up these ones that had sprouted from other ones that we had left in the ground. So that's one way to keep your plants going. If you're in a zone where you can keep something in the ground, you ought to do it yet. See, here in the Northwest, I'm good with carrots, garlic, onions, potatoes. Yeah, sounds like we're making a soup, doesn't it yet? All right. Oh, kale. Yeah, lots of the brassicas I can leave in the ground over winter and I'm good to go. So let's get these in the ground. We're super excited. They reproduced on their own and split, and we have now got, what, 7 or 8 of these now because I pulled up 2. And we're just going to go ahead and put them here in our garlic patch. And, we'll spread them apart a good 6 inches or so. I said I can't see anything when the sun's right in my eyes. Okay, so we're just gonna, where are they? Oh no, I lost them. Oh, come on. Oh, they're in front of me. Of course they are yet. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and put them in the ground. So we'll just make a little thing like so. Let us know about how far we want these things apart. All right, because we got one here and we got one here. So we can go ahead and put one right here. And my soil's pretty wet and I've been building it up for a while, so it's fairly rich, all organic. So I'm just going to drop that in there. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drop it into about like so, because you want this bulb to get nice and big. So here's one, and I'm going to go about right here, about 6 to 8 inches apart. I'm going to get it down in there about as far as my spade will go. And I ain't got to make a hole, I just wiggle it back and forth. Now drop that right in there, cover that up. See, there we go. Giving it nice dirt, giving it nice amount of space to grow its bulb, and we just keep planting like that. Put it in, shake it, get it down in there. All right. Roots going down, drop it up to about so. Covered it in. Simple as that, my friends. Simple as that. Planted apart. We're going to water them in. Yeah, my pressure's probably a little too high. The beginning of the season yet, and I broke my nozzle last season. Just want to water them in real nice so that their bulbs settle. Okay, now that I have separated the bulbs, planted them in, watered them in, I'm just going to pull back the mulch so that they're covered. Kind of give them a little bit of a blanket. you go. Simple enough. I left one in the ground and it continued to grow. I separated that one into other ones and I still harvested some last year. Yeah, gotta be careful about calling too much of the herd, yeah? Alright, you guys. Seriously, I love y'all. Thank you for watching Dragonflower Gardens. And remember to keep on growing.